Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving into a huge topic in the world of crypto.
Have you ever looked at your crypto just sitting there in your wallet and thought, can't you do something more than just hope the price goes up? Like, what if you could actually earn a steady income from the crypto you already own?
Well, you can, and it's called staking. And in the next few minutes, we're going to unpack exactly what that means, how it all works, and most importantly, what you absolutely need to know before you even think about jumping in.
All right, let's just get right to it. First up, what even is crypto staking?
Okay, think of it like this. Staking is basically locking up your cryptocurrency to help support a blockchain network. The easiest way to get your head around it is to think about a high-yield savings account at a bank, right? You put your money in, the bank puts it to work, and in return, you get paid interest. Staking is kind of the same deal. You lock up your coins, the network uses them to stay secure and process transactions, and for helping out, you get paid rewards.
Now, here's the catch. You can't just stake any old cryptocurrency. Nope. It only works with a very specific type of blockchain technology. And that brings us to what I like to call a tale of two systems. On one hand, you've got proof of work. This is the OG system, the one that Bitcoin uses. It's super secure, but it relies on massive computers solving complex puzzles. You know what is mining. And it uses a ton of energy. But staking, that belongs to the other system, proof of stake. This one's way more energy efficient. Instead of using raw computing power, people are chosen to validate transactions based on how much crypto they're willing to stake, basically lock up as collateral. It's their way of proving they have skin in the game and have a real incentive to keep the network honest.
And listen, proof of stake isn't some tiny, obscure part of the crypto world. We're talking about absolute heavyweights here, like Ethereum, Solana, and Cardano. So yeah, if you're holding any of those, staking is definitely an option for you.
Okay, so let's say you've got the right crypto, and this all sounds pretty interesting. The obvious next question is, how do I actually do it? Well, let's break down your options.
So, you've got a few different paths you can take. For most beginners, the easiest route is probably using a big, centralized crypto exchange or a broker. If you're a bit more adventurous, you could dip your toes into decentralized finance or DeFi platforms. They give you a lot more control. And for the real tech experts out there, you can even stake directly on the network itself. The key thing to get here is that none of these is the best for everyone. Each one comes with its own unique mix of risk, control, and, of course, potential rewards. But no matter which way you go, the basic steps are pretty much the same. First, you gotta pick a proof-of-stake coin you believe in. Second, get yourself a compatible crypto wallet or set up an account on a platform. Third, you deposit the crypto you want to stake. And finally, you choose a validator. That's just the person or entity you're trusting to do the work on the network, and you delegate your coins to them. See, it can be a surprisingly simple process to get started.
But, and this is super important, simple does not mean risk-free. Not at all. And that leads us to the biggest question of all, the one you have to ask with any investment. Are the rewards really worth the risks?
This quote right here, it's the golden rule of investing, and it absolutely applies to staking. There's just no such thing as a free lunch. So if you see a platform promising you some insane, unbelievable return, you've got to ask, what's the catch? And believe me, there's always a catch. It almost always means you're taking on way more risk, or you have to lock up your money for a much longer time.
So what kind of rewards are we even talking about? Well, it really depends on three main things. First, the crypto itself. Every coin has its own reward rate, which could be anything from, say, 4% to over 10% a year. Second, the platform you're using, because they'll usually take a little slice of the pie for their service. And third, the lock-in period, how long you agree to keep your coins staked.
But, and you knew there was a but coming, every reward has a risk.
Okay, let's get real about the risks. There are three big ones you have to know. First up, price volatility. Earning a 5% reward is great, but it doesn't help much if the price of your coin crashes by 50%, right? Second, lockup periods. When you stake, your funds can be frozen, sometimes for days, sometimes for months. That means if the market starts to tank, you can't sell, you just have to sit and watch. And third, something called slashing. This is a big one. If the validator you choose messes up or does something shady, the network can actually punish them by destroying, slashing some of their staked coins, which includes yours. Yep, you could literally lose your initial investment.
So all of this, it all boils down to the number one, undisputed, most important rule in all of crypto. You have to do your own research. Seriously, read about the project, vet the platform, and never, ever, ever stake more money than you'd be okay with losing completely. All right, so there you have it.
the fundamentals of crypto staking. Now you know what it is, how it works, and the big risks involved. So the final question is for you. After hearing all this, is staking a smart move for your portfolio, or is it a gamble you'd rather sit out? That's a decision only you can make. Thanks for watching.